Look at this. You can see all of LA from here. Growing up, I loved Hollywood movies and was always inspired by their message. Chase your dreams.
To all the dreamers out there,
no matter how far out your dreams are,
don't give up on your dreams.
If you have a dream, fight for it.
Your dreams are valid. Thank you.
I'm sure you've heard this advice before. Personally, I embraced it. My dream was to work in Hollywood. I learned filmmaking, made short films, and entered film festivals. I considered ditching my life in Canada to move to Los Angeles. This brings us to 2 years ago, when I flew to LA for the very first time. It was then when I realized that chase your dreams is terrible advice. Following it can be a huge mistake that can make you unhappy and miserable. Why and how? I think it's best explained in 3 parts through my experience in LA. This is what I learned in the city of dreams and broken dreams. I have arrived in Los Angeles, California, LA, baby. I am staying here by the Grove, which is a really cool mall outside. LA is a beautiful place. It has the sights, the sounds, the sun. It's a city built for dreamers by dreamers, and it encourages you to chase your dreams. Now, the advice chase your dreams is not just preached by LA. It is common advice that is given around the world. Why is that? Well, I'm sure there are many reasons. I'd say that one major reason is
the American dream, the envy of the entire world.
The American dream is the belief that anyone, regardless of their ethnicity, gender, or class, can attain success through hard work. This belief has been widespread across the US and around the world for decades, promoted through US culture, business, politics, and of course, Hollywood. It used to represent achieving the white picket fence and a life of wealth, but over time it has shifted to simply represent achieving a life of happiness, however you may define it. At the end of the day, that really is all we want, isn't it? Happiness. The belief in the American dream combined with our desire for happiness is why the advice chase your dreams is so commonly given nowadays. If you can achieve anything you want and achieving your dreams makes you happy, why wouldn't you chase your dreams? Because of one big problem. Is it that the American dream arguably does not exist, or that it's risky or difficult to do so? Not necessarily. Before I tell you what that is, let me first tell you about today's video sponsor, Carl Friedrich. If you know me, I love traveling, and with the world starting to open up again, I'm excited to get back out there with Carl Friedrich's latest product, the Carry On Pro. For reference, this was what I brought to LA. It's not that great. The Carry On Pro is an elegant yet durable suitcase suited for avid travelers, digital nomads, and busy professionals. Its design features a zipperless aluminum frame, a lightweight polycarbonate shell, Italian leather detailing, and silent 360-degree Japanese spinner wheels. Sounds like I'm describing a luxury car right now. What I love is the functionality of this thing. Its front pocket provides easy access to airport essentials, it's got a laptop compartment, and it's even got USB ports that you can attach a power bank to and charge your phone with. That's next level convenience. All Carl Friedrich products come with a lifetime warranty and a 100-day trial. So if you're looking forward to traveling like I am, make sure to check out Carl Friedrich. Link is in the description. Yo! So, what is the one big problem of chasing your dreams? It's that our dreams are typically built on infatuation, an often short-lived extreme attraction to someone or something. When I was in LA, I stayed at an Airbnb. It was nothing fancy, just a bed in a living room. One night, I had a chat with the host and he told me a story of how he ended up in LA. I wish I filmed my conversation with him to share with you, but maybe it's better I leave him anonymous. He said that originally he was from France. Back there he worked in real estate, had a wife, and was relatively wealthy. Life was good. Despite that, he admired Hollywood from afar and dreamed of becoming a famous Hollywood director. One day he decided it was time. He left his job in real estate, left his wife, left everything, and moved to LA to chase his dreams. He started playing a DVD for me on his TV and said that this was the short film that he personally funded and made after he arrived. He hoped that this was his ticket into Hollywood. I watched it, and let's just say it was very experimental. His short film unfortunately didn't get much traction, and thus it began the current chapter of his life. A man running around LA as a freelance camera operator, renting out his apartment living room to strangers like me. Far different from the life that he dreamt of. On one end, it's an admirable story, a man who gave up everything to chase his dreams. But on the other end, it's unfortunate, because I could tell that he was not happy. He later told me that chasing his dream was his life's biggest regret. The problem with the advice chase your dreams is that it makes us so infatuated with the idea of our dreams that we turn a blind eye towards the reality of it. That the reality is, our dreams are never as pretty as we think they are.
What is it like being a creative in LA? LA is known to be like the place to go if you want to kind of make it in like Hollywood or something, or like the music industry. It's cool because you get to meet a lot of people that have similar interests, but then again, it's kind of like a double-edged sword because there's so many of them that it becomes kind of congested. Aspiring artists, a lot of the times they get piled under.
Get your money for $1.
Thousands of people move to Hollywood every year to seek happiness, and thousands are met with disappointment from realizing that working in Hollywood is incredibly taxing and stressful, that hard work doesn't guarantee you success, that even if one does succeed, the problems don't end for them. They just start facing different problems. In turn, their life and well-being suffer. What we see in Hollywood, we see with all types of dreamers around the world. It's always the same story. Enthusiastic dreamers crushed by reality. Chase your dreams is advice that sets us up for misery because it only gives us permission to feel happy and fulfilled once we achieve our dreams. Yet when we do achieve them, they usually don't meet our expectations. What I'm saying is pretty depressing, I know. So if you shouldn't chase your dreams, what should you chase? For a while, I didn't know the answer to that. My dream of working in Hollywood was all I wanted. So to have reality shatter it in front of me in LA, the city of dreams, was disheartening. I felt that all the work I'd put into becoming a filmmaker was pointless. As I sat in the car on my way to the LA airport to take my flight back to Canada, it hit me. I realized that, no, the work that I put into becoming a filmmaker wasn't pointless because I still got something out of it. I found enjoyment and opportunity from going through the process. When we chase our dreams, we all have to go through a process to achieve our dreams. In that process, we struggle, we experience new things, we meet new people, we solve problems. There are good moments, bad moments. It's a journey. It's funny because it's the process that we spend most of our time in, not the achievement. Yet we do everything we do for the achievement. So what if we flipped it around? Instead of chasing an achievement that we desire, why don't we chase a process that we enjoy? Chase the process. More specifically, chase the process of our dreams. I believe this is what we all should do. Think about entrepreneurs. Some of them continue to start businesses even after they sold their last one for millions of dollars. What about Olympic athletes? Some of them continue to compete even after they win a gold medal. They are chasing the process. When you chase the process, you're seeking reward from the journey, not the destination. You're doing certain tasks not only because it will bring you happiness later on, but also because it brings you happiness now. You are embracing all the events that happen in your life. Both success and failure are not the end, they're just parts of the process. Does that mean our dreams don't count? Not at all. For there to be a process, there needs to be a dream. So we all need to keep dreaming. However, by shifting our focus to the process, we're giving ourselves the permission to be happy and motivated throughout our journey, not just at the end. Chasing the process can actually help us get closer to achieving our dreams because it makes us pay attention to what we specifically need to do to achieve them, which can help us make decisions that aren't based on infatuation, like flying to LA with no plan. Also, focusing on the process can signal to us if we're chasing the right dream or not, because if we're not enjoying the process, it's unlikely we'll stick around long enough to achieve the dream. With this new outlook, I started to understand why so many people still choose to pursue Hollywood. Even if they don't become rich, famous, or win an Oscar, they're still willing to struggle in order to act or make films because they love the process so much. And if the process just so happens to lead them to their dreams, well, they consider that a bonus. Bruce Lee, living on forever. That's the beauty of it. When you chase the process, you can still achieve your dreams along the way, or even better opportunities. Reflecting on my dream of working in Hollywood, I realized that I wasn't specifically passionate about Hollywood, I was just passionate about telling my own stories. So I decided to shift my target from Hollywood to the process of independent filmmaking. This has led me to YouTube so far, and maybe one day it will lead me to Hollywood. But for now, I can happily say that I'm not focused on the destination. I'm just focused on enjoying every day of my journey. To sum everything up, I want to leave you with something to think about. Do all the people who have achieved their dreams talk more about how happy they are now, or do they tell the stories about how they got there? The next time you feel lost, think about that.